baseball broadcast. Tonight, the 5-3 number 8 ranked Howell Rebels will be taking on the 6-2 division-leading SJV Lancers in the first round of the Monmouth County Tournament. These two teams met on opening day, where the Rebels won in dominating fashion by a final score of 18-2. Sean, talk a little bit about that game.
Yeah, there were many key players to that game. Ryan Tedisco, the second baseman, started off hot with a 5 RBI and a grand slam. The catcher duo AJ Magistrelli and Jake Liotti off to their season's hot. Magistrelli hitting a home run, 3 RBIs, and Jake Liotti hitting 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs, and which now is leading to his 500 average, team leading. Jackson Vetrano had a rough start to his season, going only 3 innings pitched with 2 earned runs, but since then he has a 2.74 ERA.
Yeah, and Jackson Vetrano, like you said, on the mound tonight for the Rebels. It's their ace, and it's the guy that they want on the mound for these big, important games here in the first round of the Monmouth County Tournament. Jackson, 4 starts on the year, ERA below 3, whip at 1.5. He's striking out the world, entering tonight's game with 27 strikeouts, 54 strikeouts on his career, and the Rebels are going to need him to attack early, get ahead of batters, and put him away with that devastating slider.
Yeah, and it's important for these younger developing players like Connor Acker, Jake Liotti, Connor Halverson, Johnny to get playoff experience under their belt. This team is looking very good. Looks like they're going to be heading into the playoffs this year and hopefully next year as well. So having that experience early for them is crucial.
All right, we thank you all. We'll be live once again in about 5 minutes, bringing you tonight's baseball broadcast. Innings pitched with a 2.74 ERA and a 1.5 WHIP. He has 12 walks and just 27 strikeouts on the season, striking out 12 batters per 7 innings. 6.
Catching Vetrano is second-year sophomore Jake Liotti. He's hitting 500 this year, team leading 11 hits, 6 RBIs, and 2 walks, hitting for a 1,151 OPS.
Taking you around the diamond at first base, it's the senior first baseman Matt Vetrano. Then at second, the senior Ryan Tedisco. At short, it's the senior Waylon Cavanaugh. At third, another senior, this time Derek Liotti. Then over in left field, senior Jack Quinn. In center field, one of the best defensive players in the short conference, Connor Acker. And then in right field, we got Connor Halverson. And then at DH, holding it down, it's AJ Magistrelli.
Do we start with that?
So some things we're looking for Vetrano in the early stages of tonight's game. It's getting ahead of those batters so he can get those 2 strike counts and put them away with that devastating slider. He features a fastball, slider, changeup, curveball mix. Heavy use on the fastball and slider. Fastball topping out at around 87 to 88 miles an hour, and that slider breaks just so much, about 10 inches arm side. So the first round of the Monmouth County Tournament will begin shortly. It's Jackson Vetrano on the mound for the Rebels. Wyatt Lewis, the third baseman, to lead it off for SJV, leading off for the first time this season. First pitch of the game coming up. Vetrano takes the hill. Lewis, the left-handed batter, in his stance. Vetrano from the line. First pitch of the game. In for a called strike. It's a fastball that clips the outer edge, and Vetrano is ahead 0-1.
Lewis, the junior third baseman, is hitting with a 250 average with 3 RBIs and 2 extra base hits this year, coming in for 6 runs.
The 0-1 is swung and lined out to the outfield, right center field. It's going to drop in for a leadoff knock. Halverson picks it up, throws it in, and it's a good start for SJV as they have the leadoff runner aboard. So like we mentioned earlier, Sean, these two teams met on the Rebels won that one by a final score of 18-2. It was a mercy rule victory where they had Jackson Vetrano on the mound, but surprisingly enough, Jackson actually struggled in that game. Went just 3 innings, allowed 2 runs as the first pitch is high for a ball, and he was pulled in order to save his pitch count, save him for a game in about 3 or 4 days. But we're gonna need to see the ace level Jackson Vetrano stuff that we've seen so much this season.
Yeah, Jackson Vetrano is so important to this team. He pitches basically every other game, and Howell really needs him to perform well in this one to advance.
Yeah, every other game they're 5-3. Vetrano has 4 starts. Their 9th game of the season, and it's his 5th start already. The 1-1 from Vetrano, fouled on the bunt attempt. It's 1-2. Up for SJV, it's the second baseman, Mike Capaldo. Capaldo really their power hitter, so it's interesting to see him here in the number 2 hole. But he has a pair of home runs on the season, I believe, and a double, so he's giving you a lot more power than the rest of the lineup.
He's also hitting with the .280 average.
1-2 is flied in the air, this time to right field. Backing up is Halverson, going back towards the wall. It's off the wall. That's going to be extra bases. To third goes Lewis. He's going to be held there, and SJV off to a hot start. 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out here in the first.
Yeah, a dangerous first 2 batters for SJV, with a double from Capiello. Capiello in the game against Howell, first game of the season, he went 1 for 3.
Capaldo, the lefty, came into today's game really riding a hot bat. Over the last 5 games, he's batting around 400. Took care of Vetrano as he almost went deep, had a double off the wall, and SJV with a good chance to score first. Second and third, nobody out. Up steps the catcher, Tyler Spiro. Vetrano opens the 0-0. Outside on the slider, it's 1 ball, no strikes.
Spiro is the experienced 4th-year senior catcher. He's sitting with a .259 average this year, 3 RBIs and 3 walks.
Something that we will note, though, Spiro ice cold entering today's game. In the last 5 games, he has just 1 hit. The 1-0 from Vetrano is in for a strike, and he evens the count.
Vetrano really needs to compose himself in these early innings into a bad situation here. No outs, runners on second and third. He needs to lock this one down with a struggling hitter at bat.
Vetrano from the stretch, the 1-1. Pop foul in the air behind home plate. It's 1-2. And this is where Vetrano can really use a strikeout. Don't allow the ball to be put in play. You got second and third, nobody out. You need a swing and a miss to really temper the storm here. 2 runners in scoring position, nobody out. Top of the first in the Monmouth County tournament. Vetrano ahead of the batter, 1-2. Loads back from the stretch. Kick, steals. Outside, it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Vetrano looks for a strikeout for the second time. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kick, steals. Swing in a line drive past Waylon Kavanaugh. In comes a run for SJV. Holding at third is Capaldo, and the Lancers strike first. It's 1-0 off the hard hit single from Tyler Spiro.
Yeah, that one just got right by Kavanaugh. It's a hard play. It bounced up on him. Yeah, nothing much you could do about there from Kavanaugh, but SJV strikes first, and as you said, it's 1-0.
Good approach from SJV early. They are normally a patient lineup. They don't hit for a lot of average, but they have high on bases because they are patient. But they're attacking Vetrano. They know that he loves to throw strikes, loves to pump the zone, and they're hitting the ball hard right now and hitting it into the gaps. They got runners on the corners, nobody out. The number 4 hitter, Anthony Bavaro, at the dish. Vetrano opens up with a fastball for a strike 1.
Bavaro, the second-year varsity junior, playing left field today, hitting with a .250 average, with 1 home run and 3 RBIs on the year.
The 0-1 is upstairs, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. Vetrano has his velocity tonight. He's just leaving that fastball over the plate, and SJV doing damage. They lead 1-0. Swing and a miss. Vetrano ahead of the batter, 1-2. And if Vetrano is able to get deep into tonight's game, that's something that we're going to see a lot. That upstairs fastball to farm those swing and misses. A ball and a strike. They're on the corners, nobody out. The pitch, swing and a miss. Vetrano collects his first strikeout of the game on a heater.
Yeah, it's important to get this middle of the lineup out. Good way to build your confidence. You had some mishaps against the early lineup here, first three batters, but fourth batter is now out. Now trying to look to get out the fifth and sixth.
First pitch at the knees for a called strike. And now up to the plate for SJV. It's the red-hot center fielder, Tyler McDougal. He's batting .417 over the course of the last 5 games for the Lancers, bumping him from the 8th spot to the 5th. The 0-1. Fouled straight back. It's 0-2.
McDougal actually started that first game against Howell as the starting pitcher. Did not have a good game by any means, giving up 8 earned runs in 2 and 2-out innings with only 5 strikeouts.
0-2, 1 out. Ducks on a pond, but trying to looking to find a groove. The pitch fouled off once again. Vetrano with 2 strikes once again. He'll allow back-to-back hits to lead off the game. 3 straight, 2 strike counts. Runner goes to second, swing and a miss for strike, or for the second out. Leotti tries to back-pick the runner at third. It's unsuccessful. So Vetrano gets the strikeout, but SJV gets the stolen base.
Yeah, Capaldo got a little overzealous there on the base path. Went a little bit too far away from third base. Leotti almost caught him, throwing it to his brother, Derek Leotti. And but runners are now on second and third with the stolen base.
Spiro gets his second stolen base of the year. First pitch for a ball. To the plate, it's the 5 hitter. Another lefty this time. It's Chris Simon. Or Simone, sorry. Second pitch on the outer edge for a called strike. So Vetrano allowed 3 straight base runners to start the game. He has back-to-back strikeouts. Count even a ball and a strike. Vetrano's pitch count already at 21. Could use his infield here. Pitch upstairs is 2 balls, 1 strike.
Simone is a hot contact hitter, hitting .360 this year, with 3 RBIs and 4 walks. A team leading 9 hits this year.
Yeah, and he's kind of been their backbone over the course of the last 2 years. He's really been one of their more reliable players, one of their few returning good players in their lineup. Vetrano does a good job evening the count. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 4th straight 2 strike count for Vetrano. 2-2. The righty looking to contain SJV, hold him to a 1-0 lead. Could be the slider, could be the fastball. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Vetrano strikes out the side, but allows the run. It's 1-0 SJV heading into the bottom of the first of the Monmouth County tournament. 23. The Rebels trailing things 1 in the first round of the Monmouth County tournament. On the hill now for SJV, it's the right-hander Joe Weber making his first career start in high school. His stats this year, he's appeared in 2 games, none of them starts, 1-0 record with 2 innings, 0 runs allowed. Weber's first pitch to the leadoff hitter Waylon Kavanaugh is taken outside for a ball.
Kavanaugh this year hitting with .308 average, 3 doubles, 1 home run for 8 RBIs.
Swinging a hard hit ground ball to the shortstop, flag down to first in time. A good play from Vitello to retire the leadoff hitter. And now it's the power hitter, the 2-hitter, Halverson, the right fielder with a pair of home runs on the season and an OPS above 900. In the box, first pitch. Taken outside for a ball. Weber likes that first pitch on the outer half. Howerson swings, grounds it towards third base, but it goes foul. Count even, a ball and a strike. Rebels already working with an out and nobody on. Upstairs and outside, it's 2-1.
Halverson in his second year, junior season, is hitting with a 346 average, 4 RBIs with a double and a home run. Has a 914 OPS.
Rebels coming off a kind of disappointing loss on the road against Manalapan. They lost that game 1-0. Their bats were really aggressive due to how good that they have been this season. But they're going to need to be more patient. As on cue, Connor Halverson draws a walk, and it gets a runner on for the Rebels and upsets the team leader in a lot of offense categories, Matt Vetrano.
Yeah, Vetrano, fourth-year senior. Some of those categories include average, tied with Jake Liotti for a 500 average, runs, walks, and 1,193 OPS, which is very high on the team.
The senior bat at the plate takes a first pitch in the dirt for 1-0. Weber going with that first pitch curve, that first pitch slider a lot. Rebels doing a good job spinning all over it. Yet to throw a first pitch strike. 1-0, Halverson leads off the first. Down low in the dirt. Gets past Spiral for a second, but it was just behind him, a couple inches, so Halverson doesn't go. Two 2-0, the senior Matt Vetrano at the plate. One of the best hitters on the Rebel team, obviously, batting third. Pick off to first. It wasn't in time. It was not. Was pretty close, though. Halverson has to be a little careful there.
Yeah, good move from Weber there.
2-0, expect a fastball. In their first strike, it's 2-1.
No Betsy.
Two balls and a strike. The pitch, swing and a line drive. That's going to touch the outfield into left field for a base hit. The Rebels get back-to-back base runners, and they have things cooking here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, that's a strong at-bat from Vetrano. With a 2-1 count, he hit that one out to left field, and Rebels now have runners on first and second with only one out.
Yeah, and that's just a textbook definition. Sitting on a pitch, grip it and rip it. He was waiting for the fastball over the plate. He got it, ripped it out to left. And now it's Ryan Tedisco, the cleanup hitter, the lefty batter to the plate. 3 home runs on the season. He has as fire can be. First pitch in the dirt once again. It's 1-0. Weber still yet to throw a first pitch strike. Rebels doing a better job at taking advantage. Back-to-back runners on, 1 out. Working down 1-0. Pitch from Weber. Outer half for a called strike. Count evens, a ball and a strike.
Tedisco, a very dangerous lefty, the only lefty in Howell's lineup, hitting with a 391 average and a team-leading 1,500 OPS, 16 RBIs, 3 home runs.
1-1 swing and a fly ball hit out to right field, carrying a little well. Right fielder's under it, makes a catch, tagging from second. It's Halverson, throw to third, not in time. Vetrano to second, he's going to be out at second, and SJV works out of the first. Vetrano with the base running mistake, getting a little aggressive, not a fast player, and SJV makes him pay. They turn 2, and we head to the second inning. Lancers leading things 1-0. 1-0 here in the first round of the Monmouth County Tournament. Jackson Vetrano returns to the mound for a second inning of work. Leading it off, it's the 7-hitter, J.J. McGonigal. First pitch outside, called strike. Vetrano struck out the side in the first inning, despite allowing the run. The swing and miss potential was there. Ahead of the lefty, J.J. McGonigal. HJV's lineup loaded with lefties, so they have a lot of matchup platoon advantages against Vetrano, as that one is high.
Although McGonigal is struggling a bit this year, the third-year senior is hitting only with a 214 average. and only one extra base hit.
Struggling at the plate, but I really like McGonagall's approach. He has good plate discipline, nice clean cut swing. See it there as he fouls one back. Vetrano gets ahead of the count. It's 1-2. One and two. Vetrano looks for his fourth strikeout already. From the line, the 1-2. Down low in the dirt. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. We mentioned earlier how Jackson struggled in his first start of the year against SJV on opening day. He went 3 innings, allowed 2 runs before getting pulled to save his pitch count. SJV having his number so far, the 2-2. Swing and miss, 4 outs, 4 strikeouts. Jackson Vetrano is automatic here.
As we were saying, struggled against us. Baseball we see in a lot of the opponents that Howell faces. So this lineup may be a new situation for Vetrano.
Now it's the 8-hitter, the righty this time, Matt Baxter. First pitch in for a called strike. Jackson location has been a lot better here in the last inning and a third. He was allowing that fastball over the plate, but now he's painting the corners, the slider dropping in there beautifully. 0-1 in for a strike. It's 0-2. Vetrano entered tonight, striking out 12 batters per 7 innings. Now in 16 2/3 innings, he has 31 strikeouts on the season. The 0-2. Fouled off. Baxter stays alive.
As you're saying, a lot of strikeouts. Vetrano strikes out approximately 10.3 for 7 innings, and that's the highest on the team.
Pitch from Vetrano down low. 1-2. That's right. He has 27, 15. Two-strike pitch. At the knee for a ball. Count will even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Vetrano having a little trouble putting away batters. When he gets that first opportunity, it's taking him a couple pitches. It's working his pitch count. 2-2. Down low once again. The count runs full.
Right fielder Matt Baxter. Rare start for him. Only one other start here. He went 0-2 with 1 walk in that game.
Baxter trying to make a name for himself against one of the best pitchers in the Shore Conference. The full count. At the knees, it's going to be a ball. Vetrano gets squeezed once again, and he walks Baxter to put her on here in the second. Now it's the 9-hitter, the shortstop, Nick Vitello, in the lineup due to his slick glove. We saw him make a very nice play on the Waylon Cavanaugh ground ball in the bottom of the first. Has really struggled at the plate this season.
Yeah, he struggled. He started at second in the lineup that first game against Howell.
Yeah, he was one of their returning players. They put some trust in him, but it's clear that the bat has not really developed so far. Down in the 9 spot. Pitch from Vetrano is swung on, grounded on the infield. It leaks through into left field for a base hit. Quinn collects it. It puts 2 runners on with 1 out here in the second. Another single, not necessarily a hard hit, but it finds a gap. SJV getting those runners on. They're working Vetrano. He's already at 38 pitches. I mean, that's the great approach that we talk about with SJV. They drew a 1-out walk. It was Baxter who took a couple really close pitches to get on, and now they have a base hit. The pitch from Vetrano in for a called strike. It's the leadoff hitter once again, Wyatt Lewis at the plate. He singled to lead off the game. Ended up scoring after a Mike Capaldo double, or he was held on third there, but ended up scoring. Pitch by Vetrano, squeezed once again. It's a ball, and the count evens.
Yeah, he scored on a Tyler Shapiro single.
But Toronto could really use a double play here. Needs his infield defense to tighten up. It's 1-0 from the stretch. The pitch, swinging a ground ball to third, flagged down by Liotti. To second for 1-0 to first. Bang! No! The ball gets past for Toronto. The run comes and scores. It's 2-0 SJV after the bobble at first. The Lancers doing everything well, exploiting the sloppy infield defense, and they extend the lead here in the second.
Yeah, more error problems for the Rebels. It was going to be a close play anyways at first, but Matt Petrano let it get by him. And SJV now has another run tacked onto the box score.
2 outs, 2-0 game. First pitch in for a called strike. 2-0. It's just windy, like it wasn't windy. It was good. Swinging a line drive, caught by Tedesco. That does it. Top half second. The Rebels trail 2-0. They're going to need the bats to develop. Bottom of the second, the Rebels trail things 2-0. Up steps the sophomore sensation, the catcher Jake Liotti. We'll give you a look at the rest of the Rebel lineup. To number 5, the 5th hitter, it's Jake Liotti at catcher. The 6th hitter, the DH, AJ Magistrelli. Then the left fielder, batting 7th, Jack Quinn. The 8 hitter, Derek Liotti at third. And then the 9 hitter in center field, Connor Acker. First pitch down low in the dirt. It's a ball. Third time that Weber has opened up in the dirt to begin a count. Lee takes it low, now ahead 2-0.
Lineup is arguably more powerful, more dangerous than the beginning of their lineup. It all starts off with Jake Liotti hitting 500 this year.
Swings and grounds, 1 foul. It's 2-1.
With 6 RBIs and 2 doubles with a 1.151 OPS.
Sitting fastball. 2-1 gets a breaking ball 3-1. Liotti has flipped back and forth with AJ Maggs as the team's catcher. One would catch, one would DH. But Liotti has really solidified himself as an elite catcher. Swings, crushes one, deep left field. There's no doubt about it. Liotti with a blast to cut the lead in the 1 in the bottom of the second.
Jake Liotti hyped up as he rounds third base. He got all of that one. Sitting on that pitch, and he crushed it to left field.
Jake Liotti, the first home run of his young career. It's going to be the first of many. And he did what he's been doing all year, sitting on fastballs, cranking them out to left. What a job by the catcher to cut the lead in half. Now it's AJ Maggs. He swings and lines one to the second baseman. It's caught by Capaldo. Shades of Ryan Tedesco, who did a similar play, caught a line drive to end the top of the second.
What a great moment for Liotti, something he's going to remember forever for the rest of his life. His first varsity high school home run in the Monmouth County tournament.
Came in a huge moment too. It's cut the lead in half. It's 2-1 here in the first round of the Monmouth County tournament. He got some energy back in the Rebel crowd, back in the Rebel dugout. After Jackson Petrano had struggled to open the game, they got some energy back. Down low in the dirt, it's 2-0 to Quinn.
Jack Quinn with 2 home runs in his last 4 games. The walk-off against Manalapan 2 games ago for the Mercy Rule.
He's swinging a hot bat, and the thing I like about Quinn, he's one of the more confident players on the team. His approach never changed. He really struggled out the gate of the season. You know, he was swinging for the fences. He was striking out a lot, but he knew the power would come as he stands still and takes a strike. But he knew his power potential. He knew the home runs would come. 2 home runs in the last 4 or 5 games. And the power's developing. His OPS now just below 800. Takes it outside, but it's a called strike. He thought it was ball 4, but he's going to have to come back to the box with a 3-ball, 2-strike count.
Yeah, what he thought would be a walk, easy entry to first base is now a full count.
3-2, 1 out, nobody on. The pitch to Quinn, swinging a chopper on the infield to short. Vitello charges gloves to first in time for the second out on the inning. Now it's the 8-hitter, Derek Liotti. Speaking of a guy whose bat has been developing, Derek Liotti opened the season really cold at the plate, but he's hitting for a lot more contact, putting the ball in play a lot, and he's cutting back on the swing and misses. Time was called, pitch doesn't count. Umpire, I think, has an issue with something that somebody may have said. First pitch, Liotti takes a strike. First strike that Weber has thrown to open a batter besides the AJ Maggs line drive on the first pitch. Swing and a miss by Liotti. He's down to count 0-2. This would be huge for SJV to put away Liotti, keep the lead, and have the Rebels start the third with the 9-hitter. 2 outs, the 0-2 from Weber. Upstairs, it's a ball, good leave by Liotti.
Yeah, these two hitters, Quinn and Liotti, both very cold starts to their senior year. And it's very good that they're getting a lot of contact now.
Swing and a miss. Ball gets past the catcher. He'll have to retrieve it. The throw first won't be in time. It's a drop, third strike. And Liotti reaches to bring up the 9-hitter, Connor.
Crucial mistake from the catcher Spyro. Now Liotti gets on, and Connor Acker, the improving everyday center fielder for the Howell Rebels.
Yeah, it was a really nice breaking ball by Weber. It was down low in the dirt. Spyro had some trouble getting it. Pick off the first, won't be in time. Rebels have to watch out for Weber's pickoff move. It's a quick step. Throw may have not been so fast, but it's a quick move. Catching the Rebels a little off guard. Down low, 1-0 to Acker. I mean, we'll say for the third guy in a row, another guy whose bat has really been developing. That's another pickoff from Weber's unsuccessful, but Acker really made a name for himself last year on the Rebels as a fantastic defensive center fielder. Howell had put up with his lackluster bats and swings, lines went into left field. It's a long single for Connor Acker, and it puts 2 runners on with 2 outs in the second. Top of the order coming up. The Rebels looking to capitalize after a couple SJV mistakes.
Acker's 5th hit of the year leads Howell to having 2 men on base for the leadoff hit, Hidden Kavanaugh.
You know, you always want to get your entire lineup to come up to the plate through 2 innings. It shows that you're getting runners on. It shows that you're scoring. And now it's Waylon Kavanaugh, second at battle of the night. Swings, drives one to short. Bobble by Vitello to second. It is in time. The fielder's choice to end the second. It's 2-1 heading into the third. The righty outfielder has a home run on the season. Funny enough, he was credited for a home run against Howell in NJ.com's record book, but no such home run took place. Upstairs, it's a ball by Vetrano. Want to know against the solid righty outfielder. Pitch from Vetrano, in for a called strike.
And I really like that mound visit from Liotti. He's a sophomore, but it shows great catcher instincts, knowing your pitcher is struggling.
Oh, pick off from Vetrano is unsuccessful. Close. Ball was shot by his brother counterpart, Matt Vetrano.
Yeah, Jake Liotti showing well offensively, but also very well defensively, winning this catcher job over AJ Magistrelli, the senior. First home run, very memorable game for him.
Upstairs by Jackson. Kind of losing that fastball command here in the third. Not good to see through 2 batters. Jackson is the guy who he pumps heat, sits about 84, 85, has a wicked slider. If he can just put it in the zone, it should be good enough. The 2-1 is high. It's 3 balls and a strike. Three and one. Howell's ace looking to settle in. Leading off from first. It's in for a called strike.
Good way to calm it down from Vetrano. Getting that first strike in the inning.
3 and 2. Spiral leads off of first. The payoff pitch from Vetrano, swing and a miss. Vetrano collects another strike. We have loads here in our from the stretch. Vetrano kicks, deals, swing and a miss. 6 strikeouts for Jackson Vetrano. He is strikeout maxing here in the third. With 2 outs and a runner on first, Simone for the Lancers. Another lefty, another guy with the platoon. First pitch strike. Jackson throws his first pitch strike this inning.
Yeah, the contact hitter, Chris Simone, and with that 320 average this year, looking to do something for SJV.
Outside, count evens at a ball and a strike. SJV not a team that hits for power, hits for a lot of power. They have just 3 extra base hits in their last 5 games entering tonight's game. And Simone's another guy, doesn't hit for a ton of power, but has that contact ability. As Coach Arroyo is going to talk to Vetrano right now. Maybe it looks like Vetrano's a little uncomfortable, a little hurt. Maybe has a cramp going on as he's beginning some stretches here. Yeah, I think he's unhappy with his landing spot. See Liotti kicking some dirt. Some attention being shown towards the dirt of the mound. Now it looks like Arroyo might use this meeting to his advantage to talk to Vetrano.
Pitchers are so methodical, and they have in their process they have so many different things that they do, so many that they have to have down to a T if they want to get their best pitch off. But one thing goes wrong, things can go wrong for that pitcher. Either a bad pitch or possible injury to that pitcher. So it looks like Vetrano's okay, and we'll resume play.
2 outs. Spyro leads off at first. Count even. A ball and a strike. Vetrano kicks, deals upstairs for a ball. It's 2 and 1. Once again, kind of a wonky land. Unhappy with that spot. Now he's kicking hella dirt. Dirt's going towards the SJV dugout. I don't know. Is that a 2 and 1, 2 outs? We're trying to looking to work out of it. Attack. Simone kind of on top of that slider. Or sorry, under the slider, but he's ready for it. It looks like he's kind of sitting on that pitch as he just threw his bat all over it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 6 strikeouts already on the night for Vetrano. Top of the third, Spiral goes. It's a hell of a jump. Vetrano throws to second. He picks him off to end the top of the third. What a move by Jackson Vetrano. The Rebels trail 2-1 and will look to tie things. For a called strike. I think that was maybe one of Weber's motives heading into this inning to get ahead with that first pitch strike. He's been behind most of the time tonight. Second pitch down low in the dirt. Howell entering tonight's game with an OPS around 920. Hitting for power. He hit a home run at home against Southern, I believe. Swinging at a foul ball. There's 2 strikes quickly on Halverson.
Talk to me.
The Rebels trying things 2-1. They got a big swing out of Jake Liotti. The Rebels no stranger to power. Weber loads back to 2-1. Or 1-2. Swing and a miss by Halverson. It's a foul tip into the glove, and there's 1 away in the bottom of the third. It's the second strikeout on the night for Weber. Lot. Mostly due to Jackson Vetrano with 6 through 3 frames so far.
Speaking of Jackson, here is Matt Vetrano.
The twin brothers have really been a staple of the Rebel teams ever since they were sophomores. I mean, they got regular playing time in their second years in high school. They were really 2 of the best players as juniors on the team. and now have taken charge as maybe the best hitter and the best pitcher on the team in their senior years. Vetrano with a batting average just below 500 takes that one down low. Or sorry, it's over 500. He's 1 for 1 tonight.
Have these two Vetranos committed anywhere to college yet? Do you know?
They're both committed to Newton. They're going to continue their playing careers in college. Pretty cool to see. I mean, I cheered a little bit in my head when I saw that they both committed to play together. 3 balls and a strike. Bottom of the third. Vetrano chops it to third. It's bobbled for a second. Throw to first. Is it in time? It is not. Vetrano legs it out at first. Good hustle down the line, and the Rebels have a 1-out base runner. Yeah, that's an error.
This error by the third baseman,
Wyatt.
third baseman Wyatt Lewis.
And now it's the cleanup hitter, the always dangerous lefty, Ryan Tedisco. He had back-to-back fantastic years as a sophomore, as a junior, and he has taken a huge leap as well as a senior. An OPS at about 1,500 for outside for a ball. Tedesco is just doing everything well. 16 RBIs, leading the team in that category, leading the team in slugging, in OPS, I believe. Pitches in for a called strike. 500 on base, 1,000 slugging, 1,500 OPS. Pitch on the outer half for a strike. He's taken the first 3 pitches. He's now down to the count 1-2. Weber with a couple pitches to play with. I don't expect the 1-2 to be in the zone. The pitch down low in the dirt. Count will even up at 2-2.
You're right there. Weber went possibly the farthest away from the zone without it being a wild pitch.
Yeah. Vetrano leads off at first. He has 2 stolen bases on the season. Not but Weber takes his time in his delivery. I wouldn't be shocked if Vetrano goes. The 2-2 to Tedisco. Swing, a ground ball to third. Glove by Lewis and flip to second in time. To first, not in time. Tedisco legs it out. He reaches on first, but now I have to turn. He'll dive back to first. He's going to be called out after making a move towards second. We've seen the Rebels mess up that play at home in the past, and the umpire rules that Tedisco turned towards second, didn't get back to first in time, and we head to the fourth with the Rebels trailing things 2-1. Lancers leading things 2-1. Leading off, it's the 6 hitter, Chris Simone for the Lancers. Vetrano with 6 Ks through the first 3 innings so far. First pitch down on the dirt, ball 1.
Yeah, that last play to end the inning from Tedisco, the 5-4-3 double play. Tedisco, the umpire said Tedisco turned a little bit too far towards second base. Probably thought the ball went over the head of the first baseman, and he was called out on the force.
Yeah, it's a tough call. I mean, we saw the same thing, same call go against Howell. It was Connor Acker in the home game against Manalapan. Same thing, legged out, a throw to first, but then umpire ruled that he turned towards second and he was out after they throw it back. So now it's 3-0, Vetrano down in the count. Have to work all the way back. I believe Simone will be taken all the way here. The pitch. Fastball in for a strike. It's 3-1. Simone, the lefty, 0 for 1 tonight. Swinging a hot bat, but that pitch is wild, and it's a leadoff walk by Vetrano. Pitch count already up to 67 with no outs in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, Vetrano's been going through these long, winded innings that are eventually going to lead to an early exit from him, unfortunately, because they'd like to keep his pitch count down for another game.
Yeah, I mean, right now you're hoping for 5 innings out of Vetrano. We've seen the approach with Howell where Toronto, like, if he allows 2 runs through the first 2 or 3 innings, he's coming out because they want to save his pitch count. They want to pitch him as much as they can, and if he's not on his A game, there's no point in wasting him. Ahead of the batter, 0-1. The pitch swinging in a ground ball on the infield. Gloved by Tedesco. The flip in time to Kavanaugh. Beating it out at first is McGonigal, but the Rebels turn 1 at second.
I don't know. I don't, but I can find out why did they buy one. Somebody just bought one, and it's a Brian O'Shea. You want me to see it? Find out. It's up to you.
Now it's the hitter Matt Baxter at the plate for SJV.
Okay. I just emailed them back.
Baxter's swinging a cold bat. One of these kind of 3 rotating in and out slots in the SJV lineup, batting 8th.
Yeah.
Takes a called strike, it's 0-1.
Sounds good, thank you.
Speaking of Vetrano's potential early exit, Curtis Lovegren and Johnny Bertan both went to the bullpen just now.
A nasty sword by Vetrano on the slider, but the runner moves up on the wild pitch as the pitch was in the dirt. So SJV gets another runner in scoring position with 1 out. Vetrano ahead of the count 0-2. Has the 8-hitter and the 9-hitter coming up with 1 out. So Vetrano is just going to have to pump the zone, overwhelm them with fastballs, get ahead, put them away with a slider or a curve. 0-2 from the stretch this time. A swing and a line drive on the infield. It leaks through into right field. Held at third is McGonigal. SJV puts him on the corners once again with 1 out this time in the 4th. And SJV is just poking all the holes right now. They're just finding the gaps, placing the ball beautifully. Vetrano has 6 strikeouts in the first 7 outs of the game. So pretty much every ball in play is finding outfield grass or finding infield dirt to get past an infielder. They got ducks on a pond. 1 out. Vetrano, quick deal, fastball upstairs. It's 1-0. Now it's the 9-hitter Nick Vitello, the shortstop. Nasty defensive player looking to develop the bat. 1-0. Vetrano's fastball in for a called strike. 1-1. I would not go away from the fastball. He's got good velo tonight. Looks about 84, 85. 1-1. Fastball fouled straight back. Sitting on it is Vitello. It's 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. 1 out. They're on the corners. Vetrano fakes the pick off to first. It would be nice to see the righty ace coax a double play here. 1-2 from the stretch. Popped up on the air, going foul. It goes into the seats, or it goes off the fence, actually.
Yeah, just a little bit too far for Matt Vetrano to run out there. Halverson was also trying to track, but it was in between both of them in the foul territory.
Vetrano's pitch count up to 76. 1 out here in the top of the 4th. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Vetrano step off. Look around the diamond, no throw. Spun like a dreidel there. Try to find an opening to back pick a guy, or not back pick, but pick a guy off. Didn't work out for him. On the corners with 1 out. Umpire calls time. Vetrano being a little slow with it. Not Mark Burley-esque. He was a pitcher who just got the ball and threw. I don't think much was run through his head when he pitched. And now the ball gets past Liotti. Wild pitch as the fastball spikes in the dirt. A run comes across for SJV. Backs are up to second. It's 3-1 Lancers as they are handling business here in the 4th.
It seems as if Vetrano's stamina is coming to is emptying as we speak. Looks like he's going to get another at-bat against Wyatt Lewis, though.
Yeah, facing the top of the order, the leadoff hitter, Wyatt Lewis. First pitch, swing and a miss. Liotti has some trouble, can't glove it, or
Oh, that's some.
Sorry, okay. Yeah, that was strike 3. 7th strikeout on the night for Vetrano. The runner moves up to third on the drop third strike. Oh, you fooled me too, Sean.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. That was still Villalobos at bat.
7 strikeouts now for Jackson. This will likely be his final inning as the Lancers lead things 3-1. It looked like a dream scenario for Jackson. He had 6, 7, 8, 9, or 6, 7, 8 due up, and then the 9-hitter afterwards. But he's had some trouble. Foul ball coming straight towards us, Sean. Leotti under it in foul territory. Calling it is Kavanaugh. He makes the catch to retire the side in fourth. The Lancers leading things 3-1 to lead off for the Rebels. It's the sophomore catcher, Jake Leotti. Leotti launched a solo shot in the second inning, cut the lead in half 2-1 at that time, but the Lancers have gotten another run on the board. So the 5th hitter in the Rebel lineup, Jake Leotti, looking to do some more damage. Weber remains on the mound for SJV. The first start of his varsity career is working well. Line drive, flag down by the shortstop. A great lunging play to retire Leotti, who was first pitch hunting.
Weber pitching an outstanding game here, going through 3 and 1 out innings so far, only 3 hits allowed, and that 1 home run to Leotti.
First pitch, a strike. He opens up to Mags. Mags batting above 260 in the team's last 5 games. Has been holding down the DH slot as he fouls that one off into the football bleachers. Late on some heat. Weber ahead 0-2. He's pumping the zone over the course of the last couple innings. 0-2 with 1 out. Pitch from Weber. Down low in the dirt, Mags spits all over it. The Rebels are 3-2 in their last 5 games. 2 mercy rule wins in that span. Mags hits a hard ground ball past Mags being waved around first. He'll head into second. It's a ground ball double for AJ Mags as throw is not in time.
Gets the Rebels hyped. Mags chugging along to his double down the third base line. Just skips fair. And the Rebels now have a man on second with 1 out.
Yeah, there was some confusion whether it went foul or not. I believe AJ Mags looked back at it. He thought it went foul, but the umpire signaled fair, and Mags winds up at second. Now to the plate, it's Jack Quinn, first pitch, outside for ball 1. And Quinn, not necessarily the best hitter in the Rebel lineup, but I'm not sure if there's a guy who I would want more in this spot. Quinn has 2 home runs in the team's last 5 games. He's been swinging a hot bat, swinging with power. He's a guy who plays with fire, plays with aggression. With a chance to tie the game, you know he wants to do it with 1 swing.
Pickup attempt there, and got Magistrelli sliding back in the second.
Quinn fouls one back into the lacrosse game. Cam will even at a ball and a strike. Quinn has spent some time in and out the lineup as a sophomore and a junior. Came into the year as a senior, batting 7th, has remained in that spot. The power in his bat has been developing as of late. The 1-1 taken low and outside. It's 2 balls and a strike. Quinn, another guy who's committed to play at a D3 school, playing some baseball. He's a tri-sport athlete, had over 500 receiving yards as a football player this year. Pitch to Quinn, hot shot, line drive, foul ball, almost hit us if it wasn't for the fence.
Thank you, fence.
I saw it coming in, and I chose to save my mic rather than you, Sean. Had to make a quick decision. I don't know. I can shield the mic. I don't know if I can shield you. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Quinn will step out. What's up, man? 2 balls, 2 strikes. Quinn dead set on a fastball. With 1 out, Mags on second. Pitch. Quinn takes it for a called strike 3. Weber sits him down and upsets the number 8 hitter, Derek Liotti. Down 3-1. So now what an opportunity for Derek Liotti here. Chance to tie the game with one swing after his brother hit a solo shot in the second. First pitch from Weber, down low in the dirt. It's 1-0. SJV getting some action in their bullpen. They got a pitcher warming up right now. Tossing some to the backup catcher along the first base line. Weber's pitch is in for a called strike.
Derek Liotti in the first game of the season versus SJV went 1 for 4 with a triple that really helped out the Rebels' cause that game. See if he can do it again.
Liotti is swinging in a line drive. It gets past the infield. Into center field, around third, trying to score his max. A dart of a throw is not in time. Liotti up to second on the wild throw. The Rebels scratch another run across. It's 3-2 in the fourth.
Keep going.
Huge hit by Derek Liotti, the 8 hitter, to put a run across, get the 9 hitter up to avoid having Acker lead off the inning, and the Rebels do some more damage. It's now a 3-2 game with 2 outs, a runner in scoring position. A base hit could tie things up.
Double.
Yeah, so it's a single, and then he moved on the throw. That's just like as soon as they threw it home, he was going second. 1-0. Acker with the comfortable spot. Expect a fastball. Inside, it's 2-0. I mean, I would probably put my entire next paycheck. It's a fastball. It's going to be over the plate. 2-0 to the number 9 hitter. Acker up to the plate with 2 outs. Pitch. Fastball called strike.
All right, come on now.
See, I'm a genius. We have a magic 8 ball here. I knew it was coming.
Or just degenerate. Genius or degenerate, who knows?
Down low in the dirt, gets past Spiro. Liotti moves up to third. Some great base running by the senior infielder.
Yeah, way to stay locked in on second base. Seeing that ball go past catcher Spiro. Big time to go to third base. Makes the next run possibility a lot easier for Acker. Simple knock could get him in.
Now infield's going to talk to Weber for a quick second. But that's huge as a base hit scores a runner from second about 65% of the time, but a single with a guy on third scores him 100% of the time. Pitch to Acker. It's outside. It's ball 4. The Rebels put ducks on a pond with 2 outs in the fourth. And now it's time for top of the order. Waylon Cavanaugh up to the dish. Out will go SJV's head coach to talk to Weber. Possibly a pitching change. The approach was to let Weber face the lineup 2 times, get through 3 or 4 innings, and then bring in a new guy. It's the first start in his varsity career. He's done well. 1 out away from completing the 4th. Has allowed 2 runs, but it's against a very potent and very dangerous Rebel lineup. So there's not a whole lot more you could have asked out of Weber. SJV still leading by 1. It's a 3-2 ball game. The Rebels have 2 runners on with 2 outs. Connor Acker leading the team in stolen bases. I wouldn't be shocked to see him go on the first pitch.
Looks like SJV is sticking with Joe Weber here in the 4th inning. Runners on the corners.
Leadoff hitter Waylon Cavanaugh to the plate, batting above 300. OPS over 900. Ball gets past Spiro. Up to second goes Acker. Liotti will hold at third. The Rebels have 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs. A base hit could give Howell their first lead on the night here in the first round of the Monmouth County Tournament.
Cavanaugh today, 2 ground outs to the shortstop. Looking for a big knock here.
The 1-0, called strike, count evens. Kavanaugh has an OPS just below 940 entering tonight's play. Has a great balance of contact, of power. Takes a cold strike on the outer half. He's down in the count 1-2. And this is where Waylon is kind of at his worst. With 2 strikes, he gets aggressive, swings and misses quite a lot. 1-2, shorten it up. Swing, line drive, will it get down out to right field? Making the catch and ending the frame. It's Baxter. Through 4, the Rebels trail things 3-2, but they get another run. And could we see a pitching change in the 5th? We will. It's Johnny Bertan on the mound when we return. 3-2, and the Rebels are pulling out all the stops. Jackson Vetrano is out. Johnny Bertan is in, the number 2 in charge for the Rebels when it comes to the pitching staff. Johnny Bertan takes the mound.
Johnny Bertan this year comes into this game with a 2.62 ERA, 1.43 whip, 8.8 strikeouts per game, 5 walks a game for 7, and 10 hits.
The leadoff hitter for SJV, it's Mike Campaldo. The second baseman, the lefty, with some power. Not a physically imposing player, but he packs a punch. He hits doubles, he hits home runs. Pitch from Bertan, it's outside and high.
Mike Capaldo in the first game against Howell was really the only player locked in that game. 1 for 3, a home run.
Swing and a fly ball on the air out to center field. Acker camped under it. Calm as can be. He makes the squeeze in the catch, and there's 1 gone in the 5th. Now it's the third hitter, the catcher, Tyler Spiro. We've seen a couple balls get past him. We've also seen his bat develop tonight. He's 1 for 1 with a single. He also drew a walk. It's his 3rd plate appearance already here in the 5th inning. Facing another right-handed fireball thrower, Johnny Bertan. First pitch. Called strike on the inner half. Good frame by Eliade, too. Now, again, that's another pitch. Like, it looks inside from our angle, but we'll take it from the umpire as Bertan drops a curveball into the bucket, and he's ahead 0-2 to start.
Bertan is locked in right now, as it seems.
Getting the ball and throwing, confident as ever. Foul ball. Staying alive is Spiro. It's 0-2. Bertan looks in, gets a sign. Ready to go when Spiro's ready. 1 out, nobody on. The 0-2 from Bertan. Swing and a line drive into center field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Splitting the gap, hard turnaround first. He'll stay there as Halverson, the right fielder, throws it in. Spiro gets his 2nd single on the night. I want to take a minute to just talk about the story of Johnny Bertan. He's one of the more interesting players and just people on the team. I mean, he's always having fun, always making a joke. And his career has been awesome to follow. He appeared on the team as a freshman, was dominant in 9 innings with an ERA at 3.38. And then as a sophomore, he really struggled out the bullpen. So he came into the year as a question mark. But after a pair of really good starts, the Rebels have full confidence in the junior. First pitch strike once again, this time to the cleanup hitter, Anthony Bavaro.
Yeah, his first start of his career came this year, where he basically went 6 innings, I believe, with no runs.
Yeah, 6 in the 3rd. I think it was 1 run against, 6 in the 3rd, 1 run against Middletown North on the road. It was a phenomenal start. Yeah, top 5.
4-3, top 5.
3-2. Swing and a miss. Bertan ahead of the batter. It's 1-2.
What's that site that you can use?
Game changer.
Game changer.
But we're also on YouTube if you want to watch.
But the game changer, you can always. I think I tried. It's called Game Changer.
Yep.
I think I tried to. It's like running me around, you know.
Yeah.
Game Changer.
1 out. Spiro leads off the first once again. It's 1-2. Bertan gets aside, kicks and deals, outside, gets squeezed, it's a ball, count, runs even, it's 2-2. Bavaro 0 for 2 tonight. The Rebels have gotten the better of the outfielder.
Struck out 2 times at the hands of Vetrano.
2-2, swing and miss, another strikeout, throw it down to second. It is in time! Strike him out, throw him out, double play. The Rebels do it all. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Howell trails by 1 run. Bottom of the 5th, and it's attack time for the Rebels. New pitcher on the mound for SJV. It's the dual sport athlete, Dan Lavin. The infielder making his first pitching appearance in his varsity career. And up steps the number 2 hitter, Connor Halverson for the Rebels.
Go, coach! Yeah, coach!
Dan Lavin this year, at least hitting, he was 2 for 9 with a 222 average, 2 doubles on the year.
Yeah, we have literally zero information about him as a pitcher, which is unfortunate. But he's on the mound, the dual sport athlete, Dan Lavin, set to square off against Connor Halverson. The first pitch, Howard second. Leotti batting just 200 this season, at 231 on base. It's been a struggle to begin the season.
That knock from Quinn got to be a big confidence knock to Lavin. Let's see if Leotti here can take advantage of that.
Upstairs, it's 3 balls, 1 strike. Lavin has definitely shown signs of pitching. Normally, opens count, fastball, 2 strikes. Here's the curve. 3-1 with 2 outs to the 8 hitter. Most likely going to be a fastball. Lavin from the stretch, the pitch. Leotti swings, fouls it into the lacrosse gate. Leotti hit a triple against Rainey at home. It's the only triple that the Rebels have hit this season. And, if he can hit a triple here, this dugout might explode. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch from Lavin. Leotti swings, rips it right to the first baseman. It is caught, and we head to the final frame in regulation with SJV leading things by 2. 7th begins. Johnny Bertan remaining on the mound for his 3rd inning of work here in relief. Leading it off, it's the lefty number 2 hitter, Mike Capaldo. First pitch, low and outside for a ball.
Capaldo 1 for 3 today with a double and 2 flyouts.
Called strike this time for Johnny. Bertan with 3 strikes. Capaldo lays down a bunt. It's going to go foul. It's 1-2. Bertan has 3 strikeouts so far tonight. Has been racking up Ks as the season has progressed. 19 on the season to be exact, in 15 1/3 innings. Capaldo, the power threat in this Lancer lineup. Pitch swing and a ground ball in the infield. It goes off Bertan. Leott's going to have to charge it. No play will be made. It's an infield base hit for Capaldo, and the Lancers have the leadoff runner aboard once again.
Come on, Howell!
And now it's the dangerous hitter, the number 3 hitter in the order, the catcher, Tyler Spiro. Came into tonight's game ice cold over his last 6 games, but he's 2 for 2 tonight. Bertan's pickoff was close, doesn't get the call. Runner is safe, sliding back to first.
Yeah, he's 3 for 3 on play appearances tonight. 2 singles and a walk.
Another pickoff attempt unsuccessful once again. Of course, high school doesn't have those disengagement rules, so Bertan could throw 90 pickoffs if you wanted to. Almost hit the batter, pops out of Leotti's glove. Runner sticks at first, however.
Okay.
Looks like Capaldo on first is really taking a lot of attention away from Bertan. Maybe a little bit of a wild one there for Liotti to receive.
The 1-0 is upstairs, and I think you have a point, Sean. I think the 2-run lead, Bertan doesn't want SJV getting any more across, putting the Rebels in a deeper hole, but I think the runner is getting in his head as he's losing the batter here. Down in the count 2-0, having to be careful with Spyro. Puts one out over the plate for a called strike. These two teams met last year in the preliminary round of this same tournament, the Monmouth County Tournament. Spyro puts one in the air out to center field. The always reliable Connor Acker backs behind it, makes the catch, and there's one gone in the 7th.
Yeah, that one hit right at Acker. A classic play from the center fielder, Connor Acker.
Yeah, I think he may have taken like one step. I mean, not only is he a great fielder, but he knows where to plant his feet.
Yeah, doesn't overthink things.
But as I was saying, these two teams met in the preliminary round to the Monmouth County Tournament last season. Howell mercy them 114-4. Here's a pickoff. It's close. They're going to say he slid back safely.
And close calls, all 3 pickoff moves. Keep trying to eventually.
Capaldo goes, pitches upstairs for a ball, throw it out at second. It is good down at second. Jake Liotti tosses his second runner out on the base paths on the game. He is automatic throwing down. You don't want to run on the sophomore.
Why are you running? Why try?
What a play from Liotti, his second pickoff of the game. Second pickoff during Bertan's pitching stint here.
And now the threat is eliminated. 2 outs, nobody on the base paths. Clean opportunity for Bertan as the curve falls inside for a ball. So Spyro attempted his second, or not Spyro, sorry. Capaldo attempted his 3rd stolen base on the season. He was unsuccessful, gunned down by Liotti. And Liotti has just been so incredible behind the plate for Howell this year. Now, the plan originally was to have him flip on and off as Howell's backstop with AJ Max, but Liotti has emerged as just a cornerstone of this Howell defense. Navarro fouls that one off. Count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. With 2 outs and nobody on here in the top of the 7th. Bertan looking to send the Rebels to the bottom of the 7th with 2 runs, needing to collect 3-2. It's upstairs. It's another 2-out walk issued by the Rebels, and the Lancers have some more life in the 7th. And now it's the number 5 hitter, the center fielder Tyler McDougal, to the dish.
Yeah, McDougal last inning doubled and then came in to score on the error from Liotti.
Some heat from Bertan. He opens with a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 upstairs, called strike. Bertan ahead of the batter. 0-2. 2 outs, 2 strikes. Bertan with 3 balls to work with in his dream scenario. Playing with his food. The 0-2 from Bertan. Swing and a miss. He sets them down. We go to the bottom of the 7th. The Rebels needing to put 2 runs on the board to get some life here in the first round of the Monmouth County Tournament. The Rebels with their backs against the wall to trail things 4-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. Dan Lavin out on the mound for SJV for his 3rd inning of work out of relief. It's the 9-hitter, Connor Acker, to lead things off for the Rebels. Acker, no stranger to big games. He's a tri-sport varsity athlete. He's a wrestler. He's a football player, and he's a darn good football player at that. The Rebels quarterback has playoff experience in high stakes on the football gridiron, but also on the baseball diamond. Lavin opens up the 0-0. Called strike over the middle. It's 0-1.
All right, come on, that pitch.
Lavin has been so efficient over the 2 innings of work that he's had. His first 2 innings in varsity high school. Just 21 pitches.
Acker got a cookie. He took it. Got his knees buckled. Wasn't expecting the breaking ball. Down in the count. 0-2. Lavin with the pitch. Spikes it way in front of the plate for a ball. It's 1-2. What an opportunity for Connor Acker. The Rebels had to kind of deal with his lackluster bat last year due to how sick defensively he was. The bat has definitely progressed in his junior season. It's 1-2. Acker swings, puts it in the air. Out to deep field. Drops Acker to second. He's safe. It's a fly-ball double for Connor Acker as he hypes the crowd in the dugout. One swing for a chance to tie it. Top of the order for the Rebels are due up.
What a play from Acker, but it does look like SJV's right fielder is down in the field. He tried to dive for that ball and it dropped, but he is still down.
Unfortunate signs for SJV as one of their outfielders, to your point, Sean, is down on the field. He's hurt after probably the dive attempt. I believe it was the center fielder, McDougal, who dove. It would make sense if he was the one on the ground. I'm not sure if there was a collision. I couldn't tell from my angle. Getting some help out from his teammates, but out goes the coach and the trainer to talk to him. But a huge swing from Connor Acker. We've seen probably the best swings of his varsity career in his junior season so far this year. He's put a couple balls in the air, put a few into gaps for doubles, gets his second double of the season. Put it about 300 feet deep, and the Rebels have their leadoff batter in scoring position as SJV will take their time with their given injury timeout.
What a moment from Acker, though. Has a little bit over 200 average on this season, but to get this moment in the 7th inning in the Monmouth County playoff, down 2, and rip that double into right center field is just a moment. And now the Rebels still have 3 outs to work with. Kavanaugh, Halverson, and Vetrano due up.
It's the top of the order for the Rebels once we resume play after the Connor Acker leadoff double. Howell has taken care of business at home this season. They're 3-1 on their home turf. Their only loss came against one of the best teams in probably the state in CBA, the division rival. I think that's 5, sorry. 5. Oh, no, that's 5. The Rebels are averaging 7.8 runs per game. They have 2 Mercy Rule victories at home this season.
No, it's back up.
And we're going to have a pitching change for SJV. It's number 8, the dominant closer, Baxar for SJV. Puts their right fielder in a vacant spot. Not sure who's going out there yet. Who's in right? So in right field is the outfielder, Bizzarusso for SJV, and now on the mound, it's the disgusting closer, Matt Baxar for SJV. Entering tonight's game, Baxar has appeared in 6 games, the most for any SJV pitcher. He has a 1-0 record, 8 1/3 innings pitched, 0 runs allowed, a 0.72 whip, 11 strikeouts to just 1 walk, and 4 saves on the season.
Yeah, in his career, he's 1-0, 24 in and out innings with just a 0.58 ERA.
He's disgusting, and that was absolutely the move to make if you were SJV. I didn't want to bring his name up because I didn't know if it was going to be like Beetlejuice. If I said his name, he would appear on the mound. But that's something that SJV honestly should have done to begin the seventh. Get backs are in the game. The top of the order time for the Rebels. It's Waylon Cavanaugh. First pitch, inner half, called strike. Cavanaugh hit a home run at home for the Rebels earlier this season. I believe it was against Manalapan, in part to mercy rule them 14-4. Second pitch, it's a breaking ball for a called strike. Two pitches, two strikes from Baxar, getting Cavanaugh's knees to buckle. We see why he's dominant. The 0-2 from the stretch. Cavanaugh, hard ground ball to short. Until can't come up with it. He boots it. It's an error. The Rebels have him on the corners with nobody out in the seventh.
The error leads to runners on the corners. Connor Acker at third. And now Connor Halverson is up. He is 0 for 2 today with a walk.
This is the part of your you want up. If you're a Rebel fan, first pitch below the knees for a ball. The Rebels with some energy, with some life. They had things cooking in the seventh. Down 4-2 in the first round of the Monmouth County Tournament. The 1-0. Called strike. Similar spot, about an inch higher. This time clips the zone. It's 1-1 for the outfielder, Connor Halverson. Batting .346 on the season. Runner goes. Halverson shows bunt. Doesn't put it on the ground, but the stolen base is successful.
Two runners in scoring position now. Connor Halverson.
Second and third, nobody out. The pitch to Halverson. Swing, line drive. It's flagged down by Vitello. What a huge play by the shortstop. That was a golden opportunity for Howell. It looked like it was getting into left field. It was bringing in 2 runs for sure with the speedy Waylon Cavanaugh on second. But a fantastic play by Vitello to make up for his miscue earlier that allowed Cavanaugh to reach base. First pitch to Vetrano. It's a called strike. Vetrano 1 for 3 tonight. Came into tonight's game with a team leading .643 on base percentage. Pitch from Baxar. Vetrano puts it in the air. This time out to right field. Slicing foul. It's going to drop foul. Vetrano down 0-2. He's a guy that has been so good at avoiding strikeouts in his varsity career. As a sophomore, he started almost every game. Started 25 games of the 27. He struck out just 2 times. This season has 6 walks to 3 strikeouts. The 0-2. Vetrano puts it on the ground. Chopper to short. Vitello's got it to first. Bounces in the dirt. It's going to be in time to get the runner. Scoring is Acker. The Rebels have made it a 1-run game as Cavanaugh is on third with 2 outs. And the always reliable cleanup hitter, number 12, Ryan Tedisco, to the plate for the Rebels. Howell trails by 1. It's 4-3, 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. And this is the guy that you want at the plate if you're Howell. The lefty slugger, Ryan Tedisco. And out will go the manager to talk to Baxar. A 4-3 game. Tedisco no stranger to huge home runs. As a sophomore at home against Marlboro, he hit a game-tying 2-run home run late in the game. Now, that game, Howell would go on to lose 5-4 in 7, but it was a huge late home run by Tedisco. It was in the bottom of the 6th. He has that clutch factor.
Adrenaline is running high throughout everyone on the baseball field, around the baseball field, through me and you, I'm sure. And it's got to be worse for that pitcher, Matt Baxar.
The walk-up music cues, and they're going to intentionally walk Ryan Tedisco. You cannot blame them. They're on the corners with 2 outs. It's Jake Liotti, the sophomore, who launched a home run to deep left field in the second inning. And how insulted are you if you're Jake Liotti? An OPS above 1,000 so far in 8 games played. You hit a home run in the second, and they walk the guy to face you down 1 in the bottom of the 7th. Last chance for the Rebels. First pitch in the dirt. A risky curveball by Baxar. If the pitch gets past Spyro, the speedy Waylon Cavanaugh will score. 2 outs. They're on the corners. 1-0 to Jake Liotti. Down in the dirt. It gets past Spyro. Cavanaugh scores. Off to second goes Tedesco. We are tied in the 7th.
What a mistake from Baxar and Spyro. It's now tied up at 4 in the 7th in the Monmouth County tournament.
And this is the Rebel team that we have grown accustomed to, Sean. There is no game where these guys are out of it. Down 4-2 against a nasty closer, Matt Baxar, and now they intentionally walk Jake Liotti. They didn't want to face him to begin with, but they had to due to Ryan Tedesco. What does that lead to? That leads to Baxar getting nervous. What does that lead to? That leads to 2 wild pitches that brought the run to score, and now we have a tie game at 4.
As I said, adrenaline is running high, and it's affecting Baxar in the worst way. 2 wild pitches, and it's led to the 4-4 tie. Now AJ Magistelli.
2 on, 2 outs. Pick your poison as it's AJ Mags to the plate. A first pitch strike from Baxar is in. Mags bangs 348. 444 on base. The pitch. It's outside for a ball. The count runs even. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Mags with an OPS. An OPS above 1,000 for Mags. The pitch. Down low, another ball.
Jack Quinn on deck. 2 home runs in his last 4 games.
2 outs. They're on the corners. We are tied here in the first round. Bottom of the 7th. Base hit wins it. Mags puts it in the air. Out to left center field. Will it drop? It won't. The catch is made by the gliding left fielder Anthony Bavaro, but the Rebels with some magic. They tie it at 4, and we head to extras. Top of the 8th time. First round of the Monmouth County tournament. The Rebels riding the back of Johnny Bertan. 4th inning out of relief for the junior right-hander. First pitch. Called strike. He opens up 0-1 against the lefty Chris Simone.
Big 2-run inning for
Simone swings, lines it on the infield. Tedesco's got it to first in time, and there's 1 gone in the 8th. Good job by Tedesco keeping the head down, watching the ball, letting it go into the glove, not afraid to eat it off the chest. He makes the clean play.
Yeah, we've seen Tedesco get in his own head, but now it's not the time, and he's clutched up there.
1 out, nobody on. Johnny Bertan looking to keep things rolling. From the line, the first pitch looked well into the zone, but the ball was shot by Liotti, fooled the umpire a bit, and it's a ball to open up. 1-0. Bertan gets the ball, gets his sign, he's ready to go. A pitch. This time it runs a little high. 2 balls, no strikes. Bertan entered tonight's game with a 2.63 ERA, team leading 1.43 WHIP. All it has done is go down after 3 shutout innings in relief.
McGonigal reached on a fielder's choice and came in to score in the 4th.
3-0, the lefty McGonigal, struggling tonight. The pitch. Outer half called strike. Bertan showing little signs of slowing down, not allowing hard hit balls. Down the count, having to work all the way back. The 3-1 from the line. Foul ball coming right towards us. Bounces in foul territory. The count runs full. 3-2, the second full count from Bertan. 1 out, nobody on. We have entered extra innings for the first time this season. The full count, payoff pitch for Bertan. Swinging a line drive. That's going to get down into right field. It's a 1-out knock. And the Lancers have a base runner bobbled for a second by Halverson. Hard turnaround first, but McGonigal will retrieve, and he has a base hit. Now it's the 8-hitter, outfielder, and closer, Matt Baxar, came into the game in the bottom of the 7th. With the Rebels trailing things 4-2, he allowed 2 runs to score to tie the game. Tie game at 4 here in the first round of the Monmouth County Tournament. Retain a chance to roll 2. 1 out, runner on first. Pitch is upstairs or maybe inside for a ball. Britannia's very similar pitcher to starter Jackson Matrano. Both heavy fastballs with good sliders to boot. Showing off the heater a lot tonight. Sitting about 84, 83 maybe. It's a ball and a strike to the righty outfielder. Britannia looks back the runner to the 1-1. Swinging a ground ball, chopped on the infield. Kavanaugh gloves it to second for 1. On to first, quick turn. Won't be in time as there's no throw. But the fielder's choice gets the lead runner McGonigal out at second, and the Rebels have 2 outs and a runner on first. Oh, sorry, the Lancers have 2 outs and a runner on first.
2 outs now. Britannia's pitched well, but they have insurance in the bullpen. Curtis Lovegren getting warmed.
The lefty Curtis Lovegren loosening in Howell's bullpen. First pitch from Britannia's upstairs. He's now at 70 pitches. Out of relief. It's his 4th inning of work. Things have been clean cut. 2 outs. The runner on first. The 1-0. Inside and hides. 2 balls, no strikes.
Over the past 8 innings, it's gotten cold and windy here. Might be affecting some players, but not Britannia. He has pitched well throughout his time pitching.
There you go.
Called strike upstairs, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Britannia with 4 Ks so far in his outing. Can trust his defense here. Swing and a miss. 2 outs, 2 strikes. Britannia living in Malibu in his mind right now. Exactly where he wants to be. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch. Fouled off. Vitello stays alive, 1 for 3 tonight in the 9 slot. Britannia showing little attention towards the runner on first. The 2-2. Put high in the air. Left center field. Ackers behind it. Makes the call. And the catch. We head to the bottom of the 8th. We remain tied at 4. What a job out of relief for Britannia. The Rebels look for some walk-off magic. In the bottom of the 7th, the Rebels displayed their voodoo magic. Down 4-2, they tied things against the nasty closer, Matt Baxar. Baxar out for his 2nd inning, out of relief. The game is tied at 4. Johnny Britannia with an absolute incredible job in relief. 4 innings, he allowed 1 run. 0 runs were earned. Jack Quinn to the plate. First pitch down low for a ball. Quinn, no stranger to walk-off magic. He hit a walk-off home run against Manalapan 2 games ago to mercy them at home. This time it's a strike. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Quinn with 6 hits, 3 of them for extra bases this season. Takes the first 3 pitches, now down 1-2. That's something that SJV does so well. They pump the zone with strikes. They clip those edges. The 1-2 from Baxar. Quinn lunges, swings, and misses at it. And there's 1 gone to begin the bottom of the 8th. Now it's the 8-hitter, Derek Liotti. And this is the part of the order that you want to face if you're SJV. If you need a 0, that's 7, 8, 9 spot. Now it's Derek Liotti to the plate, looking to make them pay. 8th. No ghost runner in high school baseball. First pitch, first strike against Liotti. 0-1. It's another strike, and now he's down 0-2. 6 pitches, 5 strikes from Baxar. He's doing a great job. 0-2. Baxar looking to make quick work of Liotti. The pitch. Lunges at it. It's outside. 1-2. 1 out. Liotti looking to continue the Rebel magic. Pitch. Swing and a ball. Out. Second hit. Turns and burns. Retrieves, and it's a 1-out single for the senior infielder. And now it's Connor Acker to the plate for the Rebels, the 9-hitter. 2 for 2 tonight. SJV has been coming right at him, throwing fastballs right over the plate for him. Acker has made them pay so far. Looking for his 3rd hit on the night. The pitch. Down low, it's 1-0.
Acker has seemingly unlocked something tonight. A double, a single double, and a walk.
Come on, Acker.
A ball and a strike against Acker. A single double tonight. Pick off the first, not in time. Ball and a strike, 1 out. The pitch to Acker. It's high and outside, 2-1. Acker showing some great discipline, being patient. Now, a guy like him who wants to solidify his name might get too aggressive. He swings and misses there on cue. Now,
Third base coach gave him the green light on that one.
swinging for the fences. And now the count is even. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. With 1 out, Liotti leading off at first. A ground ball can get SJV out of things. A fly ball can walk it off for the Rebels. 2-2. Baxar, the sign, the pitch. Fouled off by Acker. He stays alive.
Good way to tip it.
Come on, Acker.
2-2. The junior center fielder looking for an impact. The pitch swings and misses. 2 gone in the bottom of the 8th. And now it's top of the order for Howell. Waylon Cavanaugh, the senior shortstop, to the dish. Cavanaugh has bounced around positions in his high school tenure. He's played at second, played at short, played in left, played in center. Notice how it's all up the middle as he's very athletic, very quick off his feet. Takes the first pitch for a strike. 0-1 with 2 outs. Baxter, the sign, the pitch. It's top shelf for a strike. Cavanaugh down in the count, 0-2. A home run earlier this season, a home run in his junior season. The 0-2 takes it low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cavanaugh, a rare 0 for 4 tonight, batting over 300 this season. Seeming like he's due. He leaves that one high.
And he reached on the error last inning when it's a score. Big part of that comeback.
2-2, waves and misses. Baxar retires the side and collects a pair of Ks, and we go to the 9th. Second extra inning on the night, tied at 4. You're in for a treat. Curtis Lofgren, the 3rd pitcher on the mound for the Rebels tonight. To begin the 9th inning, we're in the 2nd extra inning on the night.
Your first words are being cut off. You didn't know when to start.
Lofgren takes the mound for the Rebels. The lefty, soft tossing reliever. Out of the bullpen once again, facing the lefty, Wyatt Lewis, the leadoff hitter. First pitch, caught strike. Smart job by Howell's managers to put Lofgren into the game against a lefty-dominant lineup in SJV. Fouled off. It's 0-2.
Lofgren has been known to make quick work of outs. Let's see if he can do it here in the 9th.
He's appeared in 5 games, the most for any Rebel pitcher. Swing and a miss. Got him leaving way out in front. Liotti dropped it, chases the runner, tags him out, and there's 1 gone. Yeah, Batter didn't realize that Leotti dropped it. He was walking past the dugout, and Leotti tried to sneak up on him like a shark in the water. Finally was able to tag him. There's one gone. Lofgren makes quick work of the batter. Now it's the number 2 hitter, Mike Capaldo, another lefty. First pitch from Kurt, outside, called strike. And I mean, this is a spot that Lofgren might thrive in. You don't see a lot of lefty hitters in high school, so Lofgren is probably licking his lips at the opportunity right now. Capaldo puts it in the air, right over towards short. Kavanaugh makes the call and the squeeze. 2 down in the top of the 9th.
Come on, Lofgren, one more, kid.
And this is similar to what happened when SJV brought Dan Lavin, the reliever, into the game. You know, it's just quick work, lots of strikes, quick outs to really settle the storm and just put a counter punch against the opposing team. Rebels with some momentum right now. A tie game at 4. Lofgren working with 2 outs and nobody on. The pitch. Called strike.
Shapiro has struggled this season, but he's 2 for 3 today, 3 for 4 on plate appearances, 2 singles and a walk.
Second pitch upstairs. Lofgren showing off the arm with some heat. Kurt, 5 1/3 innings pitch out the bullpen, and he's allowed 2 earned runs. 2.63 ERA on the season. From the line, the 1-1 fouled off straight back. 1-2 against the dangerous catcher, Tyler Shapiro. The backstop is 2 for 3 tonight. Has some power in his back leg. Let's put a couple balls in the air. The 1-2. Waves at it, lines to first. It is caught by Vetrano. Lunging to his right. He makes to his left. Makes a fantastic catch. And it's quick work by Curtis Lofgren. 3 up, 3 down to the bottom of the 9th. We go. The Rebels with a chance to walk it off. Bottom of the 9th time. We are tied at 4 apiece. First round of the Monmouth County Tournament. If you love high school baseball, like we said, you're in for a treat. It's the second extra inning of the night. We're treated to a full 9 innings as if it's an MLB game. No ghost runner rule in high school baseball, so the base paths are empty. The number 2 hitter, Connor Halverson, at the plate for the Rebels. 2, 3, 4, 2 up for Howell, the most dangerous part of their lineup. Halverson played in limited action as a sophomore, had 2 hits and 8 at-bats. In the finale of his season, batted .250, and then batting second in this season, he's OPS above 900. First pitch up high, it's 1-0.
Like I said, this beginning in the middle of this lineup is a gauntlet, and right now Baxar is in the middle of the storm.
Halverson entered tonight's game with 9 hits on the season, 7 were singles, a double, and a home run. Pitch from Baxar. Called strike. It's 2-1. Baxar's 3rd inning of relief tonight. The 2-1. Halverson swings and misses, looking for the fences. 2-2. Halverson loves playing at home. He launched a home run against Rainey in the second game of the season. Spits all over the curveball that time, and the count runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Fastball hungry Halverson. The pitch. Swings and lines the fastball straight back.
Halverson's 0 for 3 tonight with a walk. See if he can get something done here in the 9th.
Full count. Payoff pitch down low in the dirt. Halverson draws the walk, and the Rebels have the leadoff runner aboard here in the 9th. And you can feel it in the air. The confidence raining down from the Howell dugout, from the Howell crowd. It's the 3rd hitter in the order, Matt Vetrano, to the plate. 1 for 4 tonight. Entered play with a .500 batting average, .643 on base, and an over 1,000 OPS. He takes the first one for a strike. Stood still like a statue. Expected the first pitch ball. Halverson goes way high, no chance to throw him out. Halverson, the stolen base hit, can win it for the Rebels.
Now the Rebels have a runner in scoring position with Matt Vetrano at bat.
County line drive out to center field. Under it, making the catch. Halverson straight to second. One gone in the ninth. One out. Halverson remains in scoring position. Fortunate that he went on the pitch before, so he was able to come away with the stolen base. On second, one out. It's Ryan Tedesco to the plate. SJV intentionally walked him. Last time he came to the dish, takes the first pitch strike. They elected to fish Jake Leotti instead, but what happened then was Baxar threw a wild pitch, allowed the run to score, and the tie game, and allowed the game to be tied. Tedesco quickly down in the count. It's 0-2. The lefty slugger wanting his moment. The 0-2 from Baxar. Tedesco waves it high. It's 1-2. What a take by Tedesco. He loves those fastballs. He loves them high. But great plate discipline to get a better pitch here. 1-2. Tedesco swings, puts it on the ground. It leaks through into center field. Around third is Halverson. The Rebels have won it in walk-off fashion. It's a disco party. That's right. Tedesco is the hero. 5-4 win for the Rebels, and they have Monmouth County tournament.
Tedesco, another big moment in his high school senior year. A walk-off double, single that brought in Connor Halverson in the ninth inning. What a play.
The Rebels advance to 6-3 on the season, 4-1 at home, and they advance to the second round in the Monmouth County tournament. SJV on the other side falls to 6-3 on season, remaining in first place in their own division, but a gut punch by Howell as they came back from down 3-1, from down 4-2 in the bottom of the seventh. They have won it thanks to Ryan Tedesco. 5-4 is your final score. I've been your play-by-play commentator, Theo Horton, alongside my color man,